Hi, everyone. I want to talk about the power of association, like associating things and connecting things in our mind to change our brain, to change our nervous system response, to feel safe in our body. And I have a story from my life that has really helped people. And I think I wanted to share it with you all and see if it can help. Just that being able to feel safe and ways to get there and how powerful it is. So anyway, I grew up a swimmer. That's important for the story. I started year-round competitive swimming at age 7, and so it was very much a part of my development and growing up. And just for different reasons, I didn't feel safe really anywhere but at the pool. I felt safe at the pool. I had an amazing coach from 7 to 13, and then another amazing coach from 13 to college and kind of beyond, and then a college coach as well, that all were just very steady and definitely made me feel safe. So I I did start having pain when I swam starting at 11 and increasing a lot at 14 and on. But overall, the pool and the water and everything was always positive because I had pain outside of that and, symptoms outside of that. And so my body still felt this safety and at homeness in a pool and around a pool and just in water and stuff. And so I I had some chemical sensitivity really as long as I can remember my whole life, at least to smoke. And then starting at 14, because of a significant amount of mold in my bed and bedroom wall and stuff, I started reacting to the chemicals used to try and treat that and everything. Anyway, and so cleaners and things like that became mom just cleaned when I wasn't home and things. And then it, worsened significantly as I got older. And so I just say those things. So mold sensitivity and, was tested with stuff and was put on a protocol to treat it. And it was all baloney. But anyway, our body is designed, thankfully, to address that. And I'm not saying that my body wasn't reacting to it. I'm not saying it's baloney like somebody's making it up. I'm just saying a lot of the treatments, I believe in supporting my body rather than attacking and pulling things out. And as I support my body is designed to take care of things. And our genetic sequencing, because yes, we get labeled with all those genetic sequencings, right, that we're not able to process it. But actually, our genetic sequencing can turn on and off with our subconscious thought patterns and our belief systems and everything, like not just a thought, not just a single thought or a single word or what we're speaking, but overall over time. And so there's so much freedom in it. Just know that there's freedom in it. And we get to be free from all of that stuff. And so anyway, the chemical sensitivity in particular was, very, very extreme. And I would say life-threatening at times with just the significance of the shutdown in my nervous system and the difficulty breathing and all of that stuff was, that's what I'm saying. It's not fake. It's real. I just don't want people to be limited by it and believe they have to do XYZ. We get to know that our body is designed to change. And when we know what Jesus did for us and we can walk in freedom and peace and truth, our nervous system can feel safe. And so anyway, we're going to just step forward. So in college, our pool was old. I mean, 50s, it wasn't, I don't know if it just hadn't been well maintained. There were times that the chlorine level was higher than recommended, and we would be told we can get out. We don't have to practice today. And I always stayed. We coughed a lot, but that's just a natural response. But I was actually okay with it. I wasn't worse off than anybody else that I remember. Some people got out right away, and I would stay, partly because I was stubborn. But the pool, the locker room had like industrial carpet in the locker room of the pool, and it'd probably been there since 1970. It was old, and so this was 25 years ago, but still, it was, already 30 years old when it was gross, and you could smell the mold or the mildew, whatever you want to call it, but it stunk. It was fine. I know I got sicker and sicker through that time. I guess you could blame it on that, but I'll tell you why I don't, and I know it's not that. In grad school, um our building was right across from the pool. And when I just felt stressed and overwhelmed, like mostly I would just go exercise. But if I just had a minute, especially if it was raining outside or I just didn't have long at all, I would run over to the pool. And you had to go through the locker room, like most pools really, to get into the pool. And usually, as soon as I went into the locker room and smelled that mold, it's like I could breathe and I felt safe and my body would calm down and my heart rate would lower. And then sometimes that was good enough. But most of the time I would walk in through the pool and then walk out the other way and just kind of catch my breath, feel my body calm down, feel my muscles relax in an overly chlorinated pool and a locker room with mold. And even at my very worst, I wasn't really going anywhere, but I was pretty sick and certainly couldn't have, bleach or anything like that anywhere around me. I could go into the pool. And it's not because I was faking it. These were testable, measurable responses, right? And most of the time I had no idea there was a chemical near me at all. Until I realized I couldn't breathe or something and it would be found. So it wasn't this conscious decision, but my nervous system had been trained to feel safe in a pool for almost my whole life by that point, right? Like just other than 0 to 6. And really, I mean, I learned to swim before I learned to walk. So although I wasn't training every day and before 7, we did go through all the lessons and then just repeat them. I was still at the pool a lot. And so it's just a safe place. I felt safe there. And so my nervous system knew that and could respond. And so there is, I mean, really, you could call that just an association. Oh, pool positive. And it is. And that's how I started speaking about this. But it's my nervous system knew I was safe. You don't need it to be, oh, I'm in a pool, so I'm safe. But just know partly the power, like the mold and the chemicals didn't affect me negatively. That's a powerful lesson. I'm not different than anybody else, right? It was just such a unique location for it to be. So I didn't even connect this till after I was healed, honestly. I didn't, well, maybe not after. It was at some point, I think God pointed that out and it helped me really just trust that, oh yeah, my body can do this, but I hadn't noticed it myself. I don't know. I hadn't noticed. I just knew I was safe in a pool. So anyway, I just want you to know that you can be safe even in the midst of chlorine and mold. Like if you know Jesus is your healer, you know that the Holy Spirit in you is giving you breath to your lungs, life to your body. I'm not saying that symptoms will stop right away. The second they can, right? But even if they don't, I want you to just challenge yourself to know that your safety isn't in being perfect about making sure you're not exposed to anything. It's about knowing what makes you safe, that you're under the shadow of his wing, that the Holy Spirit, the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead, gives life to your mortal flesh. Okay. So I know we're talking about pool and association. So, but you can also start making associations with anything. I mean, in my brain, whack-a-mole and hippopotamuses are linked, and I whack hippopotamuses on the head in when we're playing, kind of pretending that in laugh with me classes. We can link things in our brain and start helping our nervous system know to trust us. Like I'm telling you, we're safe. So believe me, and we can start just practicing these things. So I feel like there's more every time I share this, I'm like, there's more to this. So we may start there. But anyway, I hope it's helpful and just kind of gives you some hope of the power of our thoughts, our beliefs, and just this experience of safety in spite of physical things that should have made me not be safe. because of how my body was reacting. And so, yeah. Anyway, hope it helps. Have a wonderful day. You can join us for stuff at janetmassey.com to free sessions all the time. And the Align membership, which is awesome. So join us if you want to.